I love Halo levels. There are so many great ones to choose from that I wanted to make a whole top 5 list talking about them. And I'll be honest, it was pretty hard to just make this list into just 5 missions. And I wanted to have it to be where each game only gets represented once, so this list isn't filled with just my favorite Halo game. And I wanted to have a wide representation of so many of my favorite Halo games. But before I get into the top 5, I wanted to put an honorable mention with Halo 4's Midnight, the final mission. I know a lot of people don't really like this mission, but it's starting out with like a Star Fox or Kid Icarus Uprising like section was so cool to me, and I wish we got more of this in Halo. We really don't have that many missions that allow you to fly a ship through space, and I know that this is kind of like on the edge since you're around the Didact ship, but I think it's really cool. I think the visuals, especially when you're able to look up and see Earth, are really cool, and it culminating in Cortana's sacrifice, it just makes it such a memorable mission to me that I had to include it somewhere on this list, even though it did get edged out over the other 5. And onto the actual list with number 5.
5.
Halo 5 isn't a well-loved campaign by any means, but the Battle of Sunayon is genuinely one of my favorite missions in Halo 5, and the top 5 of this list. It's the end of Jul 'Mdama's Covenant as we know it, and I think it's so cool to have this mission be on St. Helios, especially when the city is like surrounded by water. It's such a cool aesthetic choice for this mission, and it's really cool seeing the architecture. And in general, it's really cool to have this mission be the end of the Sangheli Civil War. I think it's really cool. I wish they didn't kill off Jul 'Mdama at the beginning of the game so we could have him here with the Arbiter, but it is what it is. The Arbiter being here is really cool, Fireteam Osiris working with the elites is really cool, and in general, I think this is a good mission from a not well-loved game. And I wish more of the missions were like this. More of that like world building and lore in the game would be really cool if it was presented like this, but oh well. There's a reason they showed this mission at E3 2015, and even though I don't love Halo 5, I'll always love this mission. And now on to number 4.
4.
It was really hard to choose a mission for Halo 2. There are so many I love, like Metropolis, Delta Halo, but I wanted to choose a mission that I know a lot of people struggle with, and that is Gravemind. First of all, I just love how it's a difficult mission. The beginning, if you're on Legendary, you're probably already dead, and I think for a Halo game, it's just so good to have a mission be difficult. Halo 2 in general is already pretty difficult, but yeah, this beginning room where you have to fight wave after wave of brutes is so good. And this being the first mission where you fight against brutes is so good. In general, the setting for this mission is really cool. It being on High Charity, Master Chief breaking in, and having to fight through the best of the Covenant to get to the Prophets to stop them from activating Halo. And the visuals are so good, especially in the Anniversary Edition. I love how the city looks in the distance. It's just so beautiful, especially you can see like the Forerunner architecture. A part that makes this mission my favorite is that it also shows off the Great Schism. You see elites and brutes fighting each other, and I think that is so cool to see in gameplay, and I just love it a lot. I love the Great Schism, it's such an interesting part within Halo's lore, so obviously if a mission showcases it well, I'm gonna love the mission. And this mission even goes over the top by having in the original game, Breaking Benjamin having a song during this mission. It's really cool. I'm really surprised we haven't had another Halo game do this. In the Anniversary Edition, they did change the music, probably because they didn't have like the license or whatever. And while I do prefer Breaking Benjamin's song, the replacement they did is still really good. Breaking the Covenant is such a good song, but you can't beat the original, so. But in general, I just love this mission. I love that you free Marines, and I love that it's really difficult and pretty long. It really shows what Halo 2 can do with a mission when you have an interesting setting. And now onto my number 3 pick.
3.
Silent Cartographer from Halo CE may be the definitive Halo mission. It's so cool starting out with flying in on a Pelican, fighting on the beach, and then having to go in and find the Cartographer. I think it's such a good showcase of what a Halo level can be, and I wouldn't complain if we see more missions like this. It's just so memorable to me, driving around the Warthog with some Marines, fighting elites around this island. It doesn't hurt that the island looks incredible, it's such a beautiful locale, and I'd love to see more of it in the game. This also has a really good variety of enemies in my opinion. You got like all the regular enemies, you got some hunters, you even have invisible elites. It makes for a really interesting and fun gameplay style as you progress through the level. And I can't bring up this level without talking about the skips. Driving the Warthog into that room before the door closes so you can fight the Gold Elite before you're supposed to is such a memorable Halo experience that if you haven't done it, please try it. It takes a lot of tries, but it's really cool and it feels fun to sequence break. You don't get too much of that in Halo, but when you can do it, it's really cool. And Sonic Cartographer on its own just has a lot of sequence breaking. And there's a reason that they chose this level as a showcase for Halo Campaign Evolved. It's just so good.
2.
I mean, you knew I had to put Halo Reach somewhere on this list. And for my number 2 pick, Tip of the Spear, a campaign level that I feel is very similar to Silent Cartographer, where you're rushing in and fighting immediately. The beginning cutscene with all the Warthogs is so memorable to me and just screams out Reach. Humanity throwing everything they can at the Covenant is just amazing, and this is a level that I just have fun throughout it. I really don't think I can think of a bad part of the mission. It's just all so good. You get a good variety of weapons, you get a lot of vehicles, you get to fight a lot of enemy vehicles. Taking down the anti-air turrets, or even flying up the tower, are so memorable to me. And you even get a chance to steal a Banshee to fly straight up there. There's not just one linear way to do this, even though the mission does feel linear. You have a lot of choices of what you can do, and it's what I love about Halo. I think it really showcases the Human Covenant War so well. Humanity able to somehow get a chance against the Covenant by taking down this tower, only for the Covenant to absolutely destroy one of their ships, and just has so much more technology than humanity could have ever imagined at this point. It's just what I love about this early days of Halo that I don't think I'll ever get tired of. It's why I love reading the books. Tip of the Spear just showcases it so well, and it doesn't hurt that the music is so good in this mission. It's one of my favorite tracks, though all these missions have amazing tracks, so... And for my number 1 pick...
1.
The Covenant from Halo 3. This is another one of those missions that is the mission for the Halo game. The Covenant is so good. Again, you'll probably notice a trend by this point, but starting off fighting on the beach and working your way through the Covenant is so fun in this mission, and it really feels like Bungie at this point decided to go all out. But I can't even talk about the beginning of this mission without talking about the first cutscene with the Green Phantoms, and with One Final Effort playing in the background. It's so memorable to I think everyone who's played Halo, and even if you haven't played Halo, you probably know about the scene. It's so iconic, so memorable, and I love it so much. I'll always love the humans and elites working with each other, and this mission just showcases it so well. Yeah, fighting through the towers, bringing down the shields of the Arc Control Room, so fun, but this whole mission is just so long. I could have seen them in Halo 2 breaking up this mission into 2, but in Halo 3 you're able to have this as one huge mission, and I love it so much for that. What's probably a definitive moment in this game is when you have the 2 Scarabs at one time. You've fought Scarabs a few times throughout the campaign by this point, but having 2 of them at the same time is so cool. And like a lot of Halo, while it may seem straightforward where you just drive your Hornets to beat them, there's so many different ways that you can beat them, and that's just what I love about Halo. But even when you're finished with those Scarabs and you're making your way into the Arc Control Room, the game just makes it even better. You have Guilty Spark with you, but then you also have the Flood working side by side with you. And I think that is so cool. Honestly, there's only a handful of times I can really think of the Flood working directly with, the good guys. Sure, a little bit of Halo 2, but beyond that, there's not much in here, and gameplay-wise, they're never your friend. It just works so well. And if you haven't played this game, you gotta play up to this point. because the Arbiter confronting Truth is so good. I don't really love the Arbiter's story in Halo 3, but you can't deny that this is like the moment he deserves after all of Halo 2, and I think it works so well. The whole cutscene in general, it's just so good. But yeah, I mean, after Truth dies, after the rings don't fire, you even have to fight the Flood again on your way out. Honestly, even though this mission is really long, and can be kind of a pain on harder difficulties, I still really love it. It's probably one of those missions that I think if you wanted to get someone into Halo, but you didn't want to have them play through the beginning for some reason, this is the mission you choose. What I wish Halo 3 had more of. And yeah, those are my top 5 favorite Halo missions. I know I talked about them kind of quickly, but if you want to hear me talk about them more in depth, I do have like multiple videos talking about all the Halo games, so please go check those out. But let me know what Halo levels you love. I'd love to hear how your opinion's different. And if you want to hear more of my opinions, subscribe. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video, have a good day, and goodbye.